Kabloop! We're recording. So, we are going to do 4.2 today, best fit line. And we've already talked about this a little bit, but I'm going to, of course, remind you of a couple things. Right here, that looks familiar, doesn't it? Does it look familiar from algebra, maybe? Y equals mx plus b. And I'm going to remind you, or you're going to remind me of some stuff. What does the M stand for again? Slope. I love that. And what does B mean? Remember that one? Very good. The y-intercept. Just as a quick algebra concept, and this is not a big deal, when I graph a line, I start at the y-intercept, and then I go do the slopey thing. So I rise over run and that kind of stuff to find a second point, blah, 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 the end. You don't need to know any of that. What you do need to know is that it's all in StatCrunch. Crunch, crunch. And whoa, Chad, whoa, look at these crazy formulas, bro. Do you remember this slope formula from algebra? Come on. No way! Who does that? No, the one I remember, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Do y'all remember that one? Yeah, you're not going to use that either. So we're just going to StatCrunch the whole time. It's just StatCrunch. So you don't have to do any of this. It's just there for fun, I guess. Somebody thought it would be funny. Moving on. So blah 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 blah. Boom! It says graph these guys, or at least find the right one. So there's two ways we can go about doing this. First, we can go to Desmos Graphing to do the line and just see what it looks like. It's okay, but I'm going to show you the better part of it, like the easy side, I suppose you can say. Hello and hello. So there's two different numbers that we're looking at. This guy right here, that's my slope. And this right here is my y-intercept. And what I like to call it is kind of like where I start. It's like where I start, okay? So I want to start at 2.5. Which of these start at 2.5, like on the side over here? Yeah, A. I like A. See right here, 2.5. That's awesome. Anywhere else that it starts here on the line at 2.5? No? That's the only one that starts at 2.5, doesn't it? Then we're done. Literally, we're done. There's nothing else to do. But I'm going to also tell you one other thing. The slope in this particular case is positive. Now, I know that's a tiny number, but isn't that a positive number? Like, as in, it doesn't have a negative. It's a positive, which means it's going to be going up. And see, isn't it going up? There it is. That's all we have to do to find the right line. Where does it start? Is it going up or down, obviously? Any questions on that? I'm going to close that door here in a second. No, they're my coworkers. I can't say nothing about that, right? Should I? Should I say something about that? Cool. No? Okay. Yet. What about this guy? I want you to think about it for a minute. I'll wait. And I want to see what you come up with. This one's a little on the tricky side, just a tiny bit. So I'll wait. I'm going to wait like a whole minute here, okay? Smooth math jazz every day. Yeah. Yes. Not at all. Not at this point, at least. Yeah, they're only looking at these two numbers right here and here, slope and y-intercept. Those are the only things that we can talk about right now. Good question. So I'm going to keep on waiting. 30 more seconds. Do y'all got plans for the weekend? No? Is that a good thing? Yeah. Yeah? Is that okay? No plans? Oh, you do have plans for what? Oh, congratulations. How many years? Wow, that's awesome. I was there 7 years ago, maybe. I can't remember. It's being recorded. I definitely remember how long I've been married. Definitely. She tells me, okay. Good job. Yeah. So, which one is it? Ooh, different. Okay, yeah. Do you like D? A? I like A also, and let me show you why. It's a tiny, tiny thing that gets you. See, this is 50.3, right? See, like, it's basically like 50, while this one here starts at literally 53. Do you see? Yeah, Isn't that just, like, mean? Right? Our eyes think it's 53, but it's not. It's 50.3. And then, of course, this is negative, which means it's going down, right? So that one right there, A. Oh, that was mean, wasn't it? Yeah, it's okay. That's what we talk about in class. Okay, scroll, scroll, scroll. Boom! We got a lot of numbers. So it says the following table is miles per hour and distance. I think this is like club, like golf. Like you're doing golf. Have y'all ever played golf before? Yeah. Once upon a time, and then you take it, and you go cling, and it goes like way off to the side. Every time. All right. So they say find the linear equation for all this stuff. They're like, this is the y equals mx plus b business. They want that. How are you going to get that? Like, look at all these numbers, and you go ahead and you just tell me what it is. Okay, I'll wait. Yeah, what's up? The slope formula? All right. What 2 points do you want to use? I know, right? That's what you want to do, right? But here, I'm going to scroll back up. I want to show you something. That was the formula, y2 minus y1, x2. Yeah, we're not going to use it. What? And we're not going to use this craziness either. So what the hey are we going to do about all these numbers? StatCrunch! Oh my gosh, you said it! Okay, hold on. I need to go into an assignment. Don't look. I'm being recorded right now. So you're like looking at my due dates and stuff. What? Yeah, I am. 4-2. We're gonna like look at this here in a few minutes, anyways. So I'm just pulling up StatCrunch because I want to do it in StatCrunch. StatCrunch. Dun, 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 dun. Can we come up with like a theme song? Yeah, for StatCrunch, and of course, they'll pay us, right? Would they pay us for that? It's like advertising, bro. This is on YouTube right now. Not right now. Actually, it's going to be on YouTube in an hour. But it's going to be on YouTube. Should I have like a sponsor? You know what I mean? Sponsored by. So I've got to type it all in. But again, whenever you do the homework, you don't have to do this. So that's kind of nice, right? Y'all are making sure I'm accurate, right? Yes, Chad. Do you remember when we were doing that for a while? Oh, thank you for saying it again. Back in the day, whenever I would ask a question, it was a unanimous. Oh, yes, Chad. What's up? Oh, like if you have numbers there, you highlight them and then you hit like delete or backspace or something. Yeah. Oh, but you don't have a keyboard. So what I'm going to do is stat, regression, simple linear. Because we're going to do simple linear. Okay, var1, var2. I'm going to compute. All of this we've done before. And again, we have like information overload. If you go down here, you click and you can see all the picture. So we'll do that here in a second. You can hover on the line and oh my gosh, there's my answer. Woo! Okay, but here's another one. By the way, you can go back and you can see that it's the same numbers here. I know it looks a little weird to have var1 sitting there. That's an x. So let me just write up what it actually is supposed to be. So y equals negative 55.79661 plus 3.1661017x. Dun 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 dun. Okay, anyways. Is there something a little different about this? Something's a little bit off. Tiny bit. Don't normally we have mx plus b? That's the familiar mathy thing. But what did I actually write here? Exactly. It's all flipped. And my math lab, your homework, is going to be super upset if you mix it up. So you have to rewrite it this way, okay? And then negative 55.796, that kind of stuff. They're going to have the two boxes. Can I like erase what I just did there? They're going to have the two boxes, and it's the X box first, and then the PlayStation. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. That was a joke. Okay, I got one person to catch that one. Thank you. The box with the X, and then the other guy. Is that okay? Are we good with that so far? So again, two places. You can look up here, or you can go over next door, and you can just kind of hang out on the line. Okay, good? I'm going to move on. So it says, which one is the graph? It's only the A, B, or C. You tell me which one would be best. You like A? I like A also, actually. Yeah, you're right. And it's kind of like you're looking at the stars a little bit. You see how, here, I'm going to draw on it. I have a little, and then a, right? Is that what I got here? Let's name this constellation. I'm going to call it the turtle. The turtle. Don't you see the turtle? Right? The turtles don't have that many legs, Chad. And what's that L in the back? That's the bird. Hold on. That's like a plane, Chad. So sorry. Moving on. I just, you gotta have fun with this, right? You gotta have fun. So yeah, it's A. All right. So it says predict what's going on, blah blah blah, at 103. This is a big timeout. And I want to show you two different methods, okay? First off is the Desmos scientific method. And it's okay. We do this occasionally where we pull up a separate calculator and do stuff. So what I'm going to do is type in my y equals 3.166x minus the 55.796, okay? And I say x equals, they say right here, it's the 103. So do 103, and I'm done. And it is just that easy. If you're more like algebraic, I guess you can say, if you've done Desmos before, this is really easy. We've done Desmos, we can do it, it's no big deal, okay? Cool. But there's another thing that we can do, and it's built into StatCrunch, and we will be using it later as well. So what I would like to do real quick is I'm going to go back to StatCrunch for a second. Are y'all okay with Desmos Scientific? You don't have to do that. This is the other way. So if you go back to options edit, and you know how we got like the var1 and var2. This is just simple linear regression. We've already done this a lot, right? I go, just in case you want to know, just in case, stat, regression, simple linear. We've already done it, right? var1, var2. But if you scroll down far enough, right here it says prediction. You see that? And that's what they're wanting, predict. And what you do is you put in a number here. And in this particular case, it's a 103. So whatever number they give you, you just put it in. And now you hit compute, and it will give you the answer, basically. Cool? So I'm going to hit compute. The one tiny thing about this is that every time you're looking at this, it's like information overload because there's like so much going on. What we're looking for is right here. Okay, right there. That's the answer. And you can see we already got it. It's the same number, right? So we got it. Do you want to go down that road? Up to you. Did you want to go down? Yeah, go ahead. Oh. Yeah, that's let's just call it my fault. Like I only put in a couple decimals, and so you're right though. That's a good point. Because I only did like a couple decimals here. So StatCrunch is the most accurate. If they're saying find the nearest whole number, then we would be okay. But if they say do it like decimal wise, we might want to do it that way. Thank you for that. That was excellent to see that. Okay, so blah, 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 we did it. Okay, predict the distance for a particular club, blah, 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 blah. Like, to me, hello, it looks like it's the same answer. And I'm just going to, like, verify here. Yeah, it's the same thing. I'm going to just write the same thing. Copy, paste. So if it says predict, you're just going to plug that number in for X. And that's what you do. Are y'all okay that it says the same wording? It just has a little like different thing. I'd gone to the professor who made this, and I said, "Why did you put that if they're the same thing?" And she said that it's on the homework. I don't know if I saw that on the homework. It might be on the homework. But there you go. Is that okay? Okay, cool. Now, it says determine the residual for the predicted value, blah, 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 blah. This is actually a formula. This is a formula. So let me go ahead and fill in the blanks here. Residual is actual minus, it's a minus sign, predicted. I cannot stress enough how important this little silly formula thing is to you. You will have this on your homework. It will come up again and again. It's just a minus. You're just minusing, but I have to show you how that works. Okay? So it says determine a residual for this 103. Basically, right here, this value was our predicted. Are we cool with the 270 is the predicted, right? It said predict, and we got it. Are we cool with that? 270. But if you go back up and scroll up to all the data, we had the 103 right here, and it had an actual, this is my actual, of 274. So I'm comparing now. I've got 274 was the actual. 270 was a predicted. See what I'm going to do here? Actual, 274. Predicted, 270. What's my answer? 4. And we're done. That was it. It's not hard math. It's not. But we're going to have to look into that. So just real quick, I'm going to recap. Just make sure you're cool with this, right? The residual is actual minus predicted. We already had the predicted earlier. The actual came from the table. It's like table value minus predicted, and we're done. Is it okay? I'm going to do whole number because, yeah, who knows? From the table. Yeah, from the table right there. Yep. Uh-huh. Yes. Yep. I like that. I'm doing whole numbers because they have whole numbers, you know? See, like, it's whole numbers. So that's why. But, right, decimals for sure. And it will change a little bit. I totally get you. I'm just showing you, like, cool. Good questions, though. Excellent questions. Good to go? Let's keep going. Ba-da-bum-ba. We got to fill in the blanks? Okay, hold on. I got a whole ton of blank filling to do here. So this one here is response, and this one is explanatory. They're going to use these crazy kooky words, which you don't need to know, honestly. Okay, just for one question on homework. This is X, this is Y. I think that would be a lot easier. X and Y. That's all it really is. Positive means positive, and negative means negative. Wow. Thanks, Chad. I really like that. I don't know, man. I'm just filling in the blanks. Positive with positive, negative with negative. Good to go? And you'll never see it again. Oh, yeah, what's up, bro? Yep. On the homework, there will be a multiple choice about that, and you just click that one, and you're done. Correct. That's another word for it. Yes. No. Let me write it up just in case. I don't remember seeing it come up on the homework. I have done all the homework. I just didn't remember seeing that. But you're correct. That it also is independent and dependent. That's correct. It's more of like an algebra kind of thing. But yes, very good. Cool with that? Very good. I really like what you're talking about. Okay, this one confused the hay out of me. Let me tell you, I was so lost. It says that we're continuing from what we had just done. Okay, so as in, like, I got to go back to the last page to get stuff. It says interpret the slope, and you see these little circles here? They're trying to say that's from the homework, and you have to click one of them. Okay, So I'm going to say that like you click one of these and then we fill it in. So for each additional mile per hour is an increase, this speed is increased, blah, 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 versus by the yards and yada, yada, yada. I'm just going to get rid of that because that's not right. This was X. So for each X, the speed Y was increased. This is the order that we need. We need X will change the Y. That's all they're really trying to say here. So now that we're like selecting this one, it says, what's the slope? I mean, all we're looking for is the slope here. So let me go back. Scroll, 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 scroll. Looking at my answer here, what would be the slope? Which number is the slope? 3.1. Exactly. 3.16. Here we go. So you're going to put in here 3.16, whatever kind of numbers they want, okay? And is that a positive or was that a negative? It was a positive, so we're going to do increase positive. Hello. And that was it. That's all we're having to do. So let me hit, I've already done the homework, so let me tell you how this works. This next one here is so strange. You're going to see this come up on every question on the homework. It says interpret what the y-intercept is. And these three options, you're going to pick one. Let's talk about this. Let's go back up for a second, okay? Let's go back up. It says, what's the y-intercept? And you have an answer, right? Negative 55, right? Awesome. I want to put that in. That's my number. We got it. We're done. But not really. Because if you think about it, we're doing miles per hour on like how fast we're going, right? And then how much distance from that. Okie dokie. So if I swing my club at 100 miles an hour, let's just say, then it goes some over yards. Cool with that, right? What if I go 50 miles an hour and I'm just putting it, right? That's not putting anymore. That's chipping. Chip. What about putting, right? And then we're going like 2 miles an hour, right? But can I go 0? Like if I had another thing here, could I go 0? Like what would that make? And so the thing is that this is literally X. What if I put a 0 in right here? What would be my answer? Negative 55. Okay, now hold on. Let me think about this. I'm going to hit this ball at 0 miles an hour. Already, that's kind of weird because I'm hitting it at 0. How can you hit a ball at 0 miles an hour? You have to like move it at least a little bit, right? And then it's going to go negative 55. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to tap it. You ready? Ready? And it's going to go that way. What? You know what I mean? What? That makes no sense. If it's a head scratcher, if it doesn't make sense, if something's weird, you're just going to say it's not going to work. Not appropriate, blah, blah, blah. That's the answer. I'd almost say for like 3/4 of the answers on your homework, you're going to be clicking that. Because it's just, it doesn't make sense. Are you feeling me on that? That's all it is. And you just click and you move on. You don't have to see it again. Until the next question, of course. Any questions before I move on? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom! We're going to do it again. And I would love for y'all to do these, but, well, you got to have StatCrunch open and stuff. So let's see if we can figure this thing out together. It says y equals, mx plus b. Look at that. So, yeah, StatCrunch. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Droop. Are you like tired? No way you're tired. Are you, dare I say the B word? Are you bored? Okay, good. I mean, we are live, man. We're not live. We're being recorded. Have y'all like watched any of the videos by chance? Yeah? Oh, okay. Did you like? Did you subscribe? Just saying. You know, I should do like a little mini raffle, for all my subscribers, I'm going to give out a something or other. Would that be a cool thing? Would that incentivize you to subscribe? It would? Awesome. Okay, now I just got to figure out what I'm going to give away. What do I have in my wallet right now? Hold on, just give me a minute here. I got a 100. I got a 100. Oh, I'm not. No, not yet. Okay. Is it to give away money? I'm giving it away. I'm only wanting likes and subs. That's all I'm doing here. You know what I mean? Am I paying for that? Oh, I'm going to jail? Oh my gosh! Stop recording. Anyways, I put it all in. We've already done this a lot. What would be? Oh, you know what's even better? If I go over here, hover. Ah ha 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 ha. What am I going to put in for the M in the M box? 2.2. Very good, because they even said 3 decimals here. Now watch this strangeness. What am I going to put into the B box? Oh, I got to hover. I'm going to hover. Oh, stop. Just hover, brother. There we go. Wait. Okay, there we go. What am I going to put in the B box? What? If you put that in, it'll say you're wrong. Because it says nearest integer. Oh, isn't that so mean? So yeah, negative 34, literally done. Yeah. I'm telling you, I have gotten this wrong so many times on the homework because I'm just la da 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 da, and then no. Some of the questions even ask for 6 decimal places on one of them, and then like 2 decimals on the other one. I don't make this up. Okay, so watch out for that kind of stuff. Okay, are you feeling me? Like I'm warning you because the homework and all that stuff. Awesome. So it says interpret what the slope is going to be. Okay, so we got a lot of options here. What the hey? We got a lot of options. Remember that we're going from X to Y. X was square footage. Y is rent. So like the more square footage, the more rent. I think that's kind of what they're saying here. Okay, the more square feet, the more rent. From square feet to rent. Okay, from square feet to rent. Which ones so far go from square feet to rent? Like in order. Say it again. A, square feet to rent. Yes, so far? That's a good one. What else? B? You like B? Hold on, I'm going to flip it a little bit here. I gotta look at my notes too. Yeah. Square feet to rent. What about this one? Rent to square feet? No. Rent to square feet? No. And then I don't think that's going to be the answer here in this case. So it's either A or B now. So let me tell you what we're going to do. It's actually B. And you put in the slope here, 2.2. 2.2 what? 1. Yep. 2.21. Yep. Because now it was 3 decimals, and now it's 2 decimals. Whee! So they're saying on average. On average. That means just like generally, because it's not specific. It's not always the same. You feeling me on that? Awesome. Let's keep cruising then. Because it says like this is literally 1 square foot will always be this. Like this is the always, but it's not the always. On average, just generally, right? And you can see that my points are all over the place, right, on my little graph. So it's not a perfect one-to-one. It's just generally this should be. Okay, so y-intercept. Remember that this was the start, right? Let me go back to my y-intercept. I want to know what my number was. It was a negative 34. So, okay, let's understand this. I'm going to rent an apartment. That sounds pretty cool, right? It's a nice little apartment, maybe like a studio apartment. I want 0 square feet. And then it's going to cost me negative 34 a month. Just put my name down on the books and pay me $34. Like, that's just so weird. So what would we put about that? E. Yeah. If it's weird, if it's like loony land, just don't do it. You can't have a 0 square foot apartment, and like the negative actually meant that you were like getting paid that much, which is weird. Okay. The next one. I have to even read what I'm doing here. It says, in a rent for the 825, is it above or below the average? This is basically my X value, okay? And I'm going to show you, I guess the most accurate version is to go to StatCrunch. So I'm going to go Options Edit, and I'm going to go down here to Predict X value, and just put in the 825 right there. Predict X value 825. I don't know what this level thing is. I don't care about this other stuff. Just that one right there, that's all we need. So if we're good, I'm going to hit compute, and then it's at the bottom now, in the bottom corner here, right here. There's your answer. Why do I have... Oh, okay, I see what's going on. Yep. So I have 3 different options, right? So I put it in this one here because it says either above or below. So I'm going to put that one in the above, and I put it in 1788, and it goes, you're wrong. And then I'm like, nah, it must be this one, 1788. You're wrong. Yeah, you know what's going on? You know what's going on? It's none of that. What? Okay, what? Bro, I just want to erase. I just want to erase. Okay, I got it. No! Okay, stop. We're good. Don't go that far. Okay, so what's going on is they're wanting the residual. They're saying what's going on at 825, the residual. I'm going to go back to the formula if that's okay. It was actual minus predicted. And what we just found here was the 178823, whatever, doesn't matter. That was predicted. See, it says predicted right there. Predicted. What was the actual? So we got to go back to the table. 825, 825, 825, 825. Aha. 1250, 1250. So if you do the math here, and like we have to subtract, so calculator, I guess. We could do this. 1788.23, just in case. And so I've got a negative 538, and it does say nearest integer, correct? So 538, is that good enough for what we're doing? That'll work. So would that be above or would that be below? Below, negative. And then that's when you put 538 in the box there. Not negative 538. If you put a negative 538, it's going to be wrong, and that's the 3rd attempt and we're done. What? So they want the positive value, the absolute value. That's what it is. Y'all know what I'm talking about, absolute value? Absolute value, always positive, yeah. There you go. Yay. Boop, 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 boop. Is that it? Oh, wow. Don't look. Are we done with that? Are we cool? Any questions? No, look at what you're doing. I see what you're doing. Because you know what's going to happen. I can't keep going. Like I said earlier, I've only prepped this far. So we're going to do the homework a little bit, okay? Because I definitely have to show you what's going on with the homework. But yeah, it's going to be a short day today, if that's okay. Are y'all okay with that? Going over early? Okay, if you say so. So, okay. Let's go through really the first few questions are a little different, but then as you keep going, they're all going to be very similar in design. I won't go through every one of them, obviously. I just want to go through some of the things we're going to see. So, we have this numbery thing here, this line, club speed, blah, blah, blah. Predict the distance for 100. So, like x equals 100. What should we be doing with x equals 100? What do we do? I'm gonna call it algebra, people. Oh, I didn't say that, did I? I'm bad. I said x equals 100. What do I do with that 100 right here? Oh, plug it in. Oh my gosh. See, I've been joking around a little bit. That's a minus. 4, 9, 6, 7. Ba-dum-bum-bum. The nearest 10th? Sweet. Guess I can kind of scroll this a little bit more now. Was that good so far? All right, awesome. Residual. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We have that formula for that one. I'm just going to actually write it out because this is kind of silly. It's actual minus predicted. So that's the formula, right? So what would be the actual? Well, I have to read it. It was observed, yada, 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 265. 265. And what was my predicted again? Yeah. Yeah, 260.8. Exactly. You got it. Subtract 4.2. Feeling good. Give me 1 second while I break this, okay? Y'all aren't looking at what I'm doing, right? Don't look. Don't look. Don't look. No, don't look. It's not. It's better. It's okay. It's okay. I just wanted to get that out the way. It's too big. Okay, good. Next question. Here we go. All right. So they say, hey, given that, blah, 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 no. All right, no, we're not doing that. I'm just telling you straight up, that's like the worst thing ever. StatCrunch, because it says, hey, which is the graph? StatCrunch. So let's do this thing. Stat. Where do we go now? Which one? Not this time. Regression, and then simple linear, always simple linear. Yep, very good, very good. X with X, Y with Y. And hit compute. Kabloop. Normally the summary stats, it's like 90% of the class, I know. Yeah. So this is like the new stuff. Yep. But very good. So yeah, regression, simple linear this time. Everything else is summary stats, columns, and all that, yeah. So, cool, man. I got all my fun numbers. But then I go kabloop, and I got all my graph. So, oh, I guess that's the whole of it right there. Can I do this a little bit there? Come on, Chad. Give me some more graph. Which one? What's the best one? Look at the stars. Say it again. You like B? I like B as well. It's not perfect, but it's kind of the best. Okay, cool. So there appears to be a something relationship. Now notice that the line's going down. I have no idea. I haven't even read what it was about, but it means we're going down. What would you say for down? Negative. Yeah, negative means going down. Oh, there it is. And then it says type in your equation. So again, you can hover on this and get your two numbers. That's the easiest way to do it, but then I have to move and stuff like that. Or you can go back to page 1 and just look at your numbers up here. So I'm going to start typing it. You have to do the 1 next to the X, and notice that it's a negative. 3 decimals. Then the next one, 3 decimals. Bam. Are y'all okay using the top numbers up here? The top numbers right there? Or you can hover on top of it. Good? Awesome. Sweet. It says choose the right graph again. This time, which one do you think it's going to be? Which one is it going to be? Oh, is it B? Are you sure? I saw it and I was just rolling with the joke. That's all it was. I had no idea. Okay. It's okay. You can call me a dork. It's cool. Chad, you're a dork. I know. And that's now on YouTube. Are we good? Oh yeah, what's up? Bro, I would be famous by doing math, right? So I would actually have to keep doing math. even if I were famous. But thank you though. That was a good consideration. Yeah, exactly. All right, cool. That's kind of my channel's thing, isn't it? I guess. All right. Huh? Huda Huda what? No. Oh. Okay. Like sauce you cook in the pan sauce? Okay. Mm. Oh, why? Thank you. I guess. I mean, unless he's gonna like be crazy. That's a good thing. Thank you. Yes, I'll say yes to that. All right, let's go back to math. So it says predict what's going on. Well, I'm reading all this stuff, and I got this guy, so that's nice. Oh, right here, right here, right here. Here it is. You have to find another number somehow, right? And so it says predict what's going on for 8. And I'm going to use Desmo Scientific for this one. I'm glad that we kind of have a back and forth on this. And so let's do it. So negative 0.506 x plus 2.9385. And then x equals 8 is what they have. It says nearest hundredth. How many decimal places is that? Hundredth? 2? Yeah. There we go. So it says for each additional hour, blah, 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 then it will be what? And so notice that this this slope here is a negative. You see the slope is negative? So I'm going to say it's going to what? Decrease. And then you have to put the number 0.506. Like the number, I guess you can say. The decrease is the minus sign, basically. And it says interpret the y-intercept. So we have to think about what's going on here. It says we're doing 20 people, and we're saying the number of hours of video game playing versus their grade point average. Okay, so this is saying that it was 8 hours of video game, therefore we get that GPA. Okay, fine. Can you have 0 hours of video games? No, Chad, you can't. No, I'm just playing. Right, 0 does make sense in some cases, yes? So I can't say it's going to be a C in this case. I think 0 would make some sense here. So if I put a 0 in, I get that number. Oh, it's right there, right? And so it's going to be one of these guys. Is it going to be an A or a B? Which one? You take a guess. A or B? Which one makes the most sense here? Let's try it. And, oh, good. Awesome. So, yeah, grade point average of a, I didn't really know. I didn't really read. Of a person who does not play video games is this much. There it is. Awesome. It's just a simple statement. A student who plays 7 hours has this and that. So basically, I think we're doing it again. So 7 hours. Oh, look. They're saying one person who does 7 hours has this much. Actual. You see that? That's the actual. And this is going to be that residual stuff again. So we got actual minus predicted. So my actual is 2.47. My predicted would be what? When I plug it in 7, I get, yep, 2.5843, whatever it is. Oh. So what would you say? Like this was my residual right here. I got a negative number. So above or below, what do you think? Below. Below means negative, right? Negative below. Exactly. Oh, that was it. We didn't have to put in a number. Oh, that was kind of nice. You see how there's like a lot of reading here? What question are we on, Chad? We're on 3 out of 10. Yeah, what's up? I don't know. End of contract. Oh, end of course. Thank you. Yeah, I like that. Well, what question are we talking about? On this 4.2? Oh. Oh, EOC there. Yeah, end of course, end of class, maybe. I don't, yeah, something like that. End of contract. Once you're done, you're done. Wow, that's a lot right there. And they give me a line, and they got all this stuff here, and blah 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 blah. Predict the median for 20%. Notice that they're talking about 25-year-olds, 25-year-olds the whole time. And so what I'm plugging in is actually the 20, I think. So let me try this. 589.4 times 20 plus the 18,152. Yeah. You know, I don't know. So I'm going to just try something. Is this weird? Is it weird for me to try something? I'm going to try something. So 29940. Bam. You know why? I know that's a totally legitimate question. And you're giving me those eyes. Do you see right here? See the percentage? And you see these guys?
Oh, that's the percent.
Right. It's always 25. It's always 25. Yeah, exactly. That I thought the exact same thing when I was doing this like yesterday. So yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's whole numbers right here, so I'm going to put a whole number in there. In particular, and so this is the same thing. We got the actual minus the predicted, and da 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 da. I want to see what else is going on. If you don't mind, I'm going to keep cruising forward. So we got all this line stuff here, and they say find out what the least squares regression is. Hey man, let's do it. I want to do one of these. Stat crunch, dun, 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 dun. Stat crunch, dun, 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 dun. Okay. So again, I'm looking up at those numbers at the top, or you can look at the next page. But I'm going to put in the 127. Is that going to be correct? 127. Do you see from up here this little guy right there? 127. 128. It's rounded. It says the next one's one decimal. So I'm looking at this 19 blah blah blah. One decimal place, round to one decimal place. What do we actually got? It would be 14.0. You're correct. You are correct. Yeah, I know, right? They're trying to throw you off. It's like the whole thing's a whole bunch of gotcha moments, you know? If I interpret the slope, okay, well, we got the slope. It was a positive something or other. So for every, what do we got here? For every inch, we got inch. For every height, we got a head. Height to head. Every inch in height, going ahead. Kaboom. And I'm going to put in that number, that slope number, 128. What about the, it says interpret the y-intercept. So that's when x is equal to 0. It's like these numbers right here on the first line are equal to 0. So what if you had a child? These are children, I think. What if you had a child whose height was 0? No? That doesn't exist? Huh. So height equals 0 doesn't exist. So what would you put? You would say, doesn't work. You see how that's going to keep on popping up again and again and again. Use it to predict for 25. Predict! I know what to do! Options, edit. We're going to go to predict and type in a 25. Are y'all going to sing with me one day? No? That was silence. They're not saying a thing. No. Oh, I got a head nod in the back. Thank you. Yeah, that's awesome, bro. So right there's your answer right down there to the 17. So is that okay? Predict, put in the number, and you're good. And then they ask for residual. Wow! So I hope that you're seeing something. Here, let me finish this one up, and then I'm going to talk about it, okay? Actual minus predicted. My actual on the graph for 25, right here. I did. I did. It doesn't do anything. Look, it says like, I don't understand what you're saying. So it's just for me to like see the formula every time. So 70.0 came from the table. The predicted is what I just had a second ago, right there, that 17.19. So the residual is a negative 0.9. And then again, should that be above or below? What do you think? Below for negative. Awesome. But here, they wanted the negative number, not the absolute value. Isn't that crazy? It just keeps on changing. Is this the last part? Look. Oh, man, they're getting crazy out there. What am I going to do? Am I going to yell? Am I a yeller? Oh. I'll keep it in reserve. They were quiet all of a sudden. A, B, C, or D. Looking at the stars. What do we got? You like C? I think all the dots look the same. I think it's where the line is. So look at where the line is. Which one do you think? Say it. A. You like A? I'm going to try A then. A. 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 All right. Yeah, hey Chad, this is going on forever, brother. Yeah, I know. So you notice two children that are this. One has this much head, and this one's got that much head. How can this be? How can this be? Is anyone in here doing anything with children, medical something, biologies, knowing how people's heads are growing? No? Do you own a head on your own head? What? How can two people have two different head sizes? How can two people have two different head sizes? See, they're both 26.5. They got to be the same. If they're the same height, they got to be the same head. Don't they? No. Children are different sizes. All right, tell me which one is that then. There's no logical explanation for this. You like B? Heads vary. No, it's not. It's just weird. Okay, would it be reasonable for the least squares, blah, 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 to predict a head for 32 tall? Okay, time out for a second. Look at our graph. Look at our graph. You see at the bottom here, we're going from 25 to 28. Now they're saying, hey, go ahead and do the same thing for 32. It's not even close. It's not even close. 32 is way off the charts. What would you say then about this answer? What would you put for 32? Yeah, no, outside the scope. There it is. There it is, and we're done. Now, we did like 5 or 6 of these things, and let me just tell you, it's the same thing again and again and again. And they're going to try to do a gotcha moment. They're going to say, oh, did you read the words? Did you? Oh, I'm so sorry. No, I'm not. Is it going to? Nope. You know what? You know what you need? You need one of these. Here we go. We're going to go swing it. See? See? No, man, I got this. Oh, that's smart. You're just too smart for me, man. There. Okay. Thank you. You're like 2 of my classes now. Anyways, do you get the point that it's all going to be about the same? Here, let me click on the next one. Just kind of show you some digital tours. Oh wow, that looks about the same. Look, colas and bone densities. Same kind of question. Let's keep going. Oh, square footage and selling price X and Y. We saw that already. Same stuff. Same stuff. Oh man, we got. Oh no, it looks so bad. It looks so bad, Chad. It's just going to be 2-part problem. These words here mean nothing. It's all about which columns they're going to use for X and Y, and you just do the same thing. So like the very first one here says cost and grad rate. And so that would be your X and your Y. You just click those and you're done. It's really super easy. Do you want me to show you? I'll show you. Okay, I'll show you. I'm not going to do the whole problem, but I'm just show you like that it really is not that bad. Stat, regression, simple linear, and it said cost and grad rate. That was it. do the rest of the problems. That's all you're doing. Is that cool? They're trying to confuse you, but it's just put those in and you're done. It's not bad. Okay, not bad. Keep cruising. What else we got? Same thing. See, we got the A, B, whatever. That doesn't mean anything. So you got fat and calories, X and Y. Yeah, what's up? Okay. What? Is it working now? Okay. Yeah. In Excel? I'm smiling. So we'll talk about that after class. Yeah, you're like in advanced territory. And then the last one here, apartment data. Again, it looks like a lot, but when you actually go here to StatCrunch, it's all done for you. And there's a small key trick. I know it looks like a lot, but hold on for a second. Hold on. If you go back to the actual question, it'll say blah 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 right there. Right there. Okay? Right here. Do you see that? So if you go back to StatCrunch for a second, keep that in mind as I go through this. Which one am I going to use? City, X, and Y. I'm literally doing this right in front of you. It means nothing. Okay? They're just there to confuse you. Are you feeling me? That's all we're doing. So same problem like 20 million times, and then you're done. So all these have like a bazillion parts. But look, it's 2:31. It's already 1 minute past whatever I was thinking. Right? 20 minutes early and all that stuff. Are we good here? Any questions? We're done today. Boom! Thank you, guys. Peace out, homies.